Okay, so let's quickly also check out the UV thing and how we can fix the UV to get a better and cleaner result. So here, if I try to bake it now, I'm going to disable these parameters so I don't get this warning anymore. Looks absolutely terrible because it uses the other UV. So I'm going to just instead use copy current. Let's do a rebake, and it looks better, but it's still quite bad. So the very first step would be to increase light map resolution, but it seems like this, especially if you're using denoiser, you should use a very high value to get a clean result. And it is going to be very time consuming, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, let's fix UV seams. So you can just go ahead, go through all the seams and try to connect them, or you can just use planar projection. So I'm going to select these parts. Also my symmetry is also enabled, so when I select one part, it is going to select the other side as well. So something like this. Go to create planar, just unwrap. Let's cut this area. Right now I did a huge mistake, and it is working on the texture UV set. So make sure to switch to light map UV before doing all of this. So I'm going to just undo. We're not going to touch the texture. Let's go to light map, and here I'm going to do planar, unwrap, part again, first layout, and now if I do another bake, it is going to look much better. Of course, we have the noise, which we can get rid of it by using a denoiser. But these parts are still quite noticeable. So let's get to fixing those. So for those, I'm going to use the 3D cut and sew tool, which you can find over here. Let's just select it and hold Control. You can connect these parts. And just by clicking, we can cut them. So I'm going to cut it from here and connect those parts so we no longer have the seam. So that should be it, and same for these areas. So I'm going to hold Control to connect, and then just cut it from down here. Something like this. Let's do unwrap, and I think we don't need to have these areas, so I'm going to just cut them. Cut, another unwrap, and make sure to do these things before the rigging, because if you want to delete history after rigging, it is going to get everything disconnected and you're no longer going to have the rig. And if you decide to keep these unwrapping and UV cutting stuff, it is going to slow down the animation a lot. So make sure to do this before the rigging or on the base model if you're using the referencing workflow. So yeah, now let's do another bake. And everything is now clear. So let's set 512. If the head and hand and feet areas are separated, you don't need to use this level of resolution. But since we now have everything modeled together, I'm going to use a higher resolution. So Yeah, something like this. Also, we can increase the SSS sample to maybe lower the noise. Something like this. And now the same workflow, which was mixing the texture in the SSS layer. And ramp for the alpha. Like this. This texture doesn't is the original texture of the model. It doesn't have those freckles. This one, you can see that those are also there. So like this. And another important thing for when working with characters is the reflection. So right now, if I enable reflection, you can see that it looks very odd, and it is because by default X-ray is going to move the reflection actor into the center of the object, and the center of this object also overlaps with the eyes and other parts. So if I try to bake the eye, they also probably not going to have very good reflection, right? Also bake this one. All right. So instead of that, let's disable auto move reflection actor and manually place the reflection actor somewhere outside of the head. So for example here, like this. And now if I bake these eye reflections, it is going to look much better. Same for the head. Yeah, a little bit intense. So let's lower it down. And also if, let's actually increase it. You can see that the reflection is also a little bit noisy. You can fix that by increasing the specular sample or by disabling this option. By default, X-ray disable the noiser for reflection wheel because of the issue that it has. It may be noticeable in some object, it may not be noticeable in other. So I'm going to just uncheck this and try building the reflection. It looks much cleaner. Now let's apply it without filter. So yeah, that is it. And if you get any further noise or issue with the model, just increase the samples or the light map resolution, and that should be it.